I feel like this topic is going to be spicy, yes, because I have a lot of different views. Some of them I've expressed on my own podcast. Sometimes I try to be like hold some stuff back, but I feel like I'm in a different space. Let me let go and let flow.
Ain't holding back today.
Right. So we're gonna just let it go.
Okay. So my name is Asia.
And I'm your boy Toon.
Naya, this is Nizzy Naya.
And you're listening to I Hate It Here.
Where fucked up people talk about fucked up problems.
Because therapy is too fucking expensive.
It is.
Hell yeah.
So we're here with the lovely, that bitch.
Ooh, stop.
The owner of Be the Light.
Ooh.
Did I say it right?
She's hyping me up, y'all. I don't know how to take it. Oh.
One of the two beautiful Dear 20-something podcast.
Say that.
The Miss Amazing, beautiful Maniyah.
Stop. Thank you. I can't wait. I'm so excited to be here. Seriously. I'm so excited to be here. You have no idea.
She was definitely, when I thought about having a podcast, she's definitely one of the first people I thought of.
She was, you were the first name actually.
No way.
I started sending him people and stuff like that. You're one of the first people.
Oh, that makes
it's
me
like
so happy.
your energy, like when you, like even just meeting someone, like the first time I hanged out with Maniyah, we were drunk at brunch.
Yeah.
This is my brunch partner. She had to use the bathroom so bad.
What were y'all drinking?
Mimosas and tequila.
Oh, of course.
Okay, tequila.
Yeah, we took a shot.
We took a shot.
As soon as we sat down, I feel like we ordered our
That's
food
what I
and then we
knew.
were
I
like,
was
can
like,
you,
bruh.
we need this. Bring it.
She had to use the bathroom so bad. She's like, I need to use the bathroom. I'm like, okay, the bathroom's that way. This girl on the way stopped to talk to like maybe the only black table in the restaurant.
Listen.
And just kind of prophesy like on their life. Didn't know them. She forgot she had to use the bathroom.
Listen, I just, honestly, okay, I feel like I turn into a different person when I drink. Like, I'm just free-spirited. Like, if I don't know you, we're having a whole conversation. We're talking about your life. We're talking about your journey. So, yeah, I mean, it was interesting. But they've actually become, like, really cool kind of, like, followers, supporters of what I have going on. So, it's just, like, I feel like in society and sometimes in life we're afraid to approach people and afraid to talk and afraid to build connections, and we have to get away from that. Like, people don't bite.
Yeah.
People don't fucking bite.
I think that the coolest thing, so it was two girls and then a guy, and they were a couple. Maniyah did the beautiful, like, so we were talking to the two girls, and the guy was kind of just sitting there, like these drunk girls.
Like, I wish this bitch would leave. That's how.
And like, she asked the girl, "Can I like converse with your boyfriend?" Like,
Yeah.
She literally asked, like, "Hey,
look.
can I talk? Can I speak to your man?" You've never heard that before.
Listen,
Like, that's
I am
crazy to me.
What I'm learning is, like, there's a difference between, I feel like, Floridians and Northerners. So Northerners are big on respect.
Where are you
They
from?
just don't play that. So I'm originally from Jersey.
Okay, cool.
I grew up in Florida, moved back to New Jersey like a couple of years ago. And so when I got like reacquainted like with the culture, with the people, I just noticed like you can do all of the, you can be a liar, you can be a cheater, you can be all other things. You mess up respect, like, then all bets are off.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So
ask permission.
I don't play that.
To someone else's, not even like talk to, like, hey, can I converse? Can
I just take notes out there.
Speak to your man. Can I have a conversation with him? Is that okay with you before I speak? Like that.
I'm not
I
doing
was like,
it.
oh shit.
I'm not
this
doing
one
it.
real. That's a real person.
I'm not doing it. Listen, respect, it goes a long, long way. And I feel like now in the culture that we're growing up in, this I don't even know how to label it for real, but it's just, I don't know. People really don't respect, I feel like, boundaries. They don't respect kind of just like,
Say that.
just certain rules of life. And it blows my freaking mind. Like, it truly does. I don't know.
I understand. So, like, that's a great segue and transition when you say rules.
Yeah.
Some rules have to be kind of said.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of times...
That's true.
A lot of times we assume everyone has the same rules in their head.
That's true. Expectations
For relationships. So how I think there's stages, like there's stages in dating and talking. And it's crazy, even the word like talking and dating. Like when you are conversing with another person, it's dating. But people are just like, no, we're not dating.
That's not dating.
Don't say that.
That shit drives me insane. You have no idea.
Talking?
Yeah.
If you're from Broward, they call it talking.
Like,
y'all talk.
We're dating, okay?
We're dating.
Like,
It's not a date.
we're not in a relationship, but we
Talk,
are
you feel me?
dating. Like, stop it. Stop the bullshit, for real.
So for me, there's stages for dating. So for me, and I've noticed people are bewildered when I tell them this. When I talk to a guy, the first thing I tell them, if it's true, I'm talking to multiple people.
Yeah.
That's like.
So that's the first thing you say?
Like when
I'm holding that shit to the grave, okay? No.
Why?
What?
And I
not.
to be honest, I think the same of you. There is no way I meet a man and in my right mind think he not talking to no one.
See, but there's a difference, I feel like, for me. So if I'm meeting somebody and I come in with the intention, like, I'm not looking for anything serious with this person, like, I, let's say, just want to fuck. Okay, we'll say that.
Okay.
Because there's two ways you can meet people, and there's two type of interactions that I feel like you have when you're dating, right? So one is I just want to fuck, right? So when you enter a situation with I just want to fuck, you're not thinking about, oh, are they involved with other people? Do I really care? Like, none of those questions kind of enter your mind. So with me, I have to know kind of what mind frame that person is in and what mind frame I'm looking for when I'm talking to them.
Okay.
Now, if I'm going into a situation thinking like, I like this person. Like, ooh, we have a connection. We vibe. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, okay, what's really going on? You talking to other people? Like, I need to know for real. Like,
so when does it come exclusive for you? Like, when do you have this conversation? Like, hey, I want to be exclusive. Like, do you say I'm dating with purpose?
No, I feel like exclusive is when, honestly, you know, now at a stage of my life, exclusive is when we start like really like having sex. And I'm not talking sex for the first time or possibly even the second time. Now, when we start like getting in the cycle of like having sex, then I'm gonna need you to kind of like figure out what you want to do for
what's
real.
The number? Like, do you have a number? Because this can come out of nowhere. You're like, oh shit, we're having consistent sex now. Do you have that conversation? Do you have a conversation with that person? Or you're like, just hope and wish.
Yeah, see, I'm the wishful thinker ass person, okay? And that's the problem.
That's your problem.
That's where I dig myself into a deep hole for real. Because I just feel like some things should be understood. They don't always need to be said. And I'm learning just as a 27-year-old woman now that these are important questions that you have to ask, especially because now I'm intentionally dating and I'm intentional with who I will coin it the box, who I'm giving the box to, right? So with me being intentional with who I give the box to, I have to ask those questions and be prepared for whatever those answers are. And I think as of recently, I've just kind of had this expectation of just like, oh, they should know, instead of it being like, hey, where are you in your life? Are you, I'm intentionally dating. Is that something that you're doing? Or, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's definitely a conversation to be had. It's to not even, I'd say even before like you actually have sex, like it should be a conversation like, where are you in your life? Are you looking for something serious? Are you just trying to fuck for real? Like, let me know. Give me the decision to make.
I feel like guys don't understand that, like, if you literally just say like, hey, like, I'm looking to just fuck, like, guys be like, oh, you'll say no. Well, that's
because y'all are going to say no.
Not all women,
not always.
though.
So, but you will find a girl that says yes. That's just you just want to deceive her.
Exactly.
Listen.
Until she's like,
if you tell a female, even if it's understood, the vibe is we really not even talking, or we not putting too much energy towards anything other than
sex.
Yeah.
Our physical attraction to each other.
Yeah.
The moment you say that you don't want anything outside of what y'all have been giving to each other,
See,
a woman to get offended and will pull back from you.
But
when she was cool with,
if you said that in
she
the
was
beginning,
cool with it before you opened your mouth.
Listen,
the thought to say yes or no.
And it's all about interaction in the frequency of how you guys interact, right? So let's be real. We've always, I feel like everyone has had a situation where it was just sex, right?
Yeah.
I've personally had my own. Now I was strategic in me knowing and me coming into this is what this person only wants from me, and this is what I want from this person. Nothing more, nothing less, right? So certain things we wouldn't do after we have sex. We're not laying in the bed. Like there's no, hey, how was your day? There's no, how was your week? Were you stressed today? Like, how can I make you feel better? No, we fuck. Now it's time for me to go, or it's time for you to go. Like, so there was clear boundaries as to. Yeah, absolutely. But when you have sex and then you have friendship and then you have all these other, you're helping my emotional traumas and stuff. How can you not expect a person to get attached and to develop some sort of attachment to that? So I think, having that initial conversation, whether the person is going to be accepting towards it or not, is crucial, because they know what headspace to interact with you on. Guys don't give us that, and that shit is annoying.
There will be a girl out there being like, yes, I'm on the same fucked up mindset that you are. We don't want love right now. We just want to fuck. You'll find someone like that, as attracted as you.
This is what I want to know. When you get to the point where you fucking, what are your expectations for a guy at that point?
When we start fucking consistently?
Nah, for the first time.
For the
when
first time.
you decide that you're gonna let him hit.
For the first time, I really truly have no expectations. It's the first time. Maybe I had fucked by accident. I don't know.
By accident?
Like that's how it slipped.
Explain that.
Yeah, it slipped. It slid in. Like, I don't know. I had a weak moment. We were chilling. I had a weak moment, and like we ended up fucking. And it's not something that I planned, but it happened. So now I'm leaving there like, ah, shit, this happened. Like, I'm not thinking like, oh shit, today is the day this nigga better make it exclusive and that's it. No, I'm not thinking that. And then it comes to frequency. Once we start having sex multiple times, now I'm thinking like, okay, what we doing? What type of time we on for real? Cause
what you expecting at that point where it becomes frequent?
I'm expecting you now to start phasing out what other situations that you have or whatever the case may be. Like we need to talk about some
exclusive.
Stuff.
So you expecting?
Yes, absolutely. We don't have to be
after freaking.
And are you expecting this after a conversation, or are you expecting this because you should basically know, nigga, you getting regular pussy, my nigga.
Right.
You need to clean it up, clean the DMs up.
That's
at this
what
point.
I'm saying. Like, I just feel like.
I can't expect that. I would not expect that.
Listen, okay, but then you go back to energy, bro. Like, so when you start having sex with multiple people at once, you're giving your energy out to multiple people. Now you're just like, I feel like all those energies are just mixed up into just a whole bunch of stuff, which is why I just don't feel like if you're having consistent sex with somebody, you should be having consistent sex with other people at the same time. I just don't agree with that, I just feel like it's a transfer in energy whether you realize it or not. And I don't know, it's always an exchange. We may not see the exchange, but we're exchanging. And sometimes you leave a situation after sex and you feel drained, or you feel whatever the case may be. Like, for instance, let's say I'm having sex with somebody and we're not exclusive, right? So I know that they're having sex with multiple people, right? So now the energy that I receive after I have sex with that person is not like, ah, damn, that was amazing, which in the moment it was, you know what I'm saying? It was great, right? But now when I leave there, I'm just like, damn, for me as a woman now, I'm like, damn, I start thinking about things like my worth, So it's just like, I know where I add value to this situation. I just let this nigga fuck, and now he's gonna go fuck somebody else. So now, like, it starts affecting my mental and how I view myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I think, like, that's why I have certain expectations of just like, okay, maybe I fucked up. We accidentally had sex, but now we're accidentally having sex multiple times. Like,
so you feel like if you've allowed if you have sex with somebody who's having sex with somebody else, you devalue yourself?
See, this is hard. Okay, so I'd say to a certain extent, after frequency and after we've had this conversation, like, hey, I like you, you know that I like you, you know what type of time I'm on, like, you know, and they say, yeah, you know, I'm not looking for anything, right? I'm not looking for anything, or I'm not ready. That's the big line right there.
That's a classic.
I'm not ready, right?
I wasn't ready.
So when that I'm not ready situation or a conversation comes into play, and I still make the decision to continue having sex with this person, yes, it is gonna affect kind of like, dang, like, you know.
Let's say he's not playing you though. Let's say he fuck with you, you fuck with him.
Okay.
But he has somebody that before he met you, he fuck with her too, and
yeah,
now he's not playing you like I'm not ready. I wanna build a relationship, but I fuck with Asia. How do you go about? Because in reality, in the real world, when you meet somebody, they're normally already dealing with somebody.
Yeah.
So how do you go to really? How do you go in your mind and to communicating to that person what you want? You get what I'm saying? Because you're coming into the whether you spoke about it or not, it's a pretty safe bet to bet that he's not a monk, and he's getting in with somebody.
True.
So like how do you feel about that, and then how do you go about communicating that to the people you're dealing with?
See, that I feel like that's my toxic trait, is communication. I'm not clear certain times. Like, I just feel like people should read my mind, and that's where I go, like, I dig myself into a ditch, because I'm just like, you should know, nigga, like, I'm giving you a lot, like, wake up, let's go. And it's not necessarily like that for a lot of people. I think where, especially coming out of a situation where I've learned, is I have to communicate on all types of levels. Shit that I'm okay with, shit that I'm not okay with, shit that, you know, I will accept, and shit that I won't accept. And whether that's for you or not for you, it's cool. But I made my decision, period. So I don't know, it's hard to, like, I don't even know. That's a good question. I don't even know how I would go about it. I just feel like there's a certain time period in which, you know, this is good for me and this is not good for me, or this is pushing the envelope forward for what I want in my life, or it's not, or this is something that I want for just right now. Like, people know, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it takes weeks or months or years for somebody to know if they want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people know when they enter a situation, and the fact is that we're not all clear, you know?
But for a guy, like, usually how long do you think it's for? Do guys know? Like,
for a guy,
like, this is.
I feel like guys know.
For me, and most men, I'm speaking for not everybody, so y'all don't.
He already out here saying black men. He said black men cheat the first episode, so they already hate you.
I'm keeping it real out here. Y'all can figure out y'all want to feel.
Okay.
For me, if a woman does not say clearly, I want to be exclusive, I'm not gonna step away from the people that I'm dealing with.
But why can't a guy have that conversation first? Like, why does she have to come to you and say, "Hey, I want to be exclusive"?
Because what's understood ain't gotta be explained.
Exactly. So in her actions, would it not show you, like, "Hey, I'm not just fucking around. Like, I like you."
Yeah. So if my actions reciprocate her actions, it doesn't mean that my actions communicate that I'm gonna leave alone who I'm dealing with already.
Yeah.
So, like what I'm saying, for most men, we don't have a problem dealing with more than one woman. It's not, the world's not gonna end tomorrow. Because there's another woman in my life.
Yeah.
But it's gonna end
if you don't communicate to me that you have a problem with other women being in my life, and it's a safe bet that there was already a woman in my life before you met me, there's no, like, it's not gonna just fall out of the sky that, oh, hey, today or right now, you need to start.
That's how the fuck
to
I
move
feel.
away from.
I'm gonna need you to
today.
Well, wait,
wrap it up.
What did you say? She was like, by nightfall, by street lights. That's how I feel.
Now, what if you're the other woman?
What if I'm the other woman?
You and dude,
okay,
y'all fuck with each other, but for whatever, y'all got whatever issues, so y'all not locked in. And so, you get what I'm saying? There's a space for something like that to happen. Would you want? Most times, the female gonna hit you. How you just gonna walk away from? How you gonna walk away from us before we figure out what? That's how I feel like a woman would feel if she's on the other side of the table. But as the new woman in this man's life, it's like, okay, you need to get it together. You need to understand because so it's a very thin line to walk as a man.
Yeah.
In a world where you're accepting and everybody's accepting is somebody in a human being's life before you met them.
Yeah. I mean, I've been in a situation like that. So I was in a 7-year relationship, right? I'm gonna talk about both sides, right? So I was in a 7-year relationship, and my ex at the time, he cheated on me, right? So I had him like make a decision for real, right? So he came to me and I was just like, I don't know, I had a dream, you cheated. What's up?
Like, beat those dreams.
Like, listen, I always have dreams where like I don't have to go looking for stuff. You know, sometimes I do, but I don't have to go looking for stuff. Like, my dreams tell me everything. So I'm like, yo, you cheated. What's up? So at first he tried to like, nah, just chill, like, and then he finally confessed. So I was, he was telling me, you know, how this new woman treats him like a king, and she was cooking for him and doing all of this stuff. So I was just like, okay, because me personally, I can get over the hump of cheating, right? I think some people associate loyalty and cheating. As like you're not loyal to me because you cheated. I don't believe that.
Why
you know,
is that?
I've cheated before. I've been a dead ass cheater. You know what I'm saying? And I know that when I did when I did cheat for real, I know that I guess I was just looking for like a sexual type of desire to be met. But at the end of the day, like, the man that I was with trumps everybody. You know what I'm saying? If he calls, that's it. Like, I'll never let this person that I have these encounters, we'll call them encounters. I have these encounters with ever feel like they have anything on the man that I love. Like, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying?
That's wild. These words that are coming out your mouth. That's wild. I understand what you're saying, but like,
I can respect that.
Listen, like, it's not happening. Nothing will ever come back to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respect him enough. And I'm just as much as like I would die for him, I know that he would die for me for real. Like, that's loyalty. I know that if I'm in a room with somebody, he will never make me like have to look over my shoulder. Like, hey, this what's up. Before you get in here, I'm just letting you know this is how we're gonna move before we enter this room, period. You know, so there's a difference between like cheating and loyalty for me, right? But when he came to me and he finally confessed, like, yeah, I cheated, and I was like, okay, what do you want to do? You obviously like this person. It seems like you're emotionally invested. And he was like, well, I have to talk to her first. I said, if you have to talk to her, be with her.
Whoa, that's wild.
I said, so if you have to talk to her, be with her. So they ended up being together for 4 months. Okay. And then somehow we ended up like talking again. So now I guess there are other women in their situation. And I was just like, to him, that I'm not gonna like play that. No, I'm good. I'm not gonna play that role. You know what I'm saying? So either we figure out what we're going to do and you dead that situation, or you know, or you stay in that situation, and I'm good. And it's crazy because even a situation like that, people think I'm crazy for it, but I just understand the concept of cheating. Like, me personally, if I'm ever married, I'm not condoning it, but if my husband cheated, I'm not gonna be like, you're dead to me. No.
Oh, shit.
No. Absolutely not, because I know if I know my husband well enough, I know that if I needed anything, he'd be there. Like even with my ex, if I needed anything, he would drop what he's doing and be there and come to my defense. That's loyalty to me. If you slip up, Okay, like the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't meet people with true loyalty and who uphold respect to a certain level anymore these days. And I honor that way more than I can trip over like you messing up, especially because I know what messing up comes with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we ended up getting back together, and I was like, "Yo, you gotta dead
this is mature."
I know. He right now he's going crazy in his head. Yeah. He's like, "Oh my god, I know it." In his head, he's like, "What?"
So every time I tell people this story, they're like, "Yo, you're crazy, you're dumb, da 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 da." Mm-hmm. But so when we got back together, I was like, "You got to make a decision. What we doing?" Mm-hmm. So he's like, "Nah, I'm ready to dead this. Like, I do want to be with you." I said, "Okay." Said so conversation needs to be had with whoever. So he goes over there and he's like, will you ride with me? So I was like, sure.
This shit's wild. Yeah, you went to go see this.
It's true, being savage life. Pull up on this hoe.
Yeah.
And let her know what the business is.
No, I'm coming with you.
So I went, right? So I went and I'm sitting in the car and I was like, you have like this certain amount of minutes. Like
did you go to the house?
Wait, so I'm sitting in the car. She's yelling at him like, you know I love you, da da da. So after 10 minutes passed, I'm just like, okay, it's time to go.
Wrap this shit up, bruh. So I know you're sad.
I'm sorry. This is over.
This is over.
So eventually, somehow, the conversation like led into the house, and he was like, she's not finished talking, and I was like, let her get out, whatever she needs to get out. So we all go into the house.
All three of y'all.
So I'm just sitting on the couch. I'm just sitting on the couch, like looking at this girl
I can see you like,
listen,
what?
Because ultimately,
he wants me, not you.
No, that's not even like how I came, because I honestly have no problem. Like I had no problem with that girl. She wasn't in a relationship. My dude, he was with me. You know what I'm saying? He stepped out. She didn't do anything to me. I don't know her from a can of paint. I'm not upset with her. You know what I'm saying? Whether she knew we were in a relationship or not, you have no loyalty to me, right? So I'm just watching the whole conversation, and it's crazy because it's like me on the outside looking in on like the problems that I had in my own relationship, like her expressing them. And I was just like, wow, this is some deep shit.
Did she say anything to you? Like, did y'all have a conversation?
So she was just like, well, she was telling him as I'm sitting there, like, oh, we're supposed to be together, and you know it, and we're supposed to, like, I just feel it, and I'm just looking like, okay, like you know, but me knowing the history that me and this man have, the things that, so if you feel that way, you're entitled to feel that way, you know. So I just let her express, and she was like, you know, and I came with the utmost respect to her. I'm not, you know, I'm not a rah type of person. Like,
was she?
Not at all. Okay. And I think because I came with that same respect towards her and her space, especially I'm entering her space now. I'm not going to disrespect that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I came on the sense of, you got to get out what you got to get out. I'm standing here with my man. You know, yeah, he messed up, but I'm standing with him regardless. You know?
Yo, this is crazy right now.
Are you still with him? Are y'all still together?
So we're not together, but like,
boy, you fucked up, boy.
We're not.
Boy.
Our Sam guy just left because he leaves.
Yeah, but
that's like wild. You're blowing my mind right
now.
No,
people don't like, people think I'm irrational, but I play big on loyalty and respect, you know. So once I feel like you start discrediting those, that's when you might get a roller coaster with me, because I can't fathom that. Just like, okay, friendly dudes, right? The dudes that want to smile in everybody's face, hug on every female. I don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. To me, that's just like, I don't know. You play people too close for comfort, which means you allow opportunity, which means if that opportunity possibly presents itself, you might fall into a ditch. So now you're leaving room. I don't respect that.
But if it does happen, you understand.
To a certain extent. Like, there's a difference. I feel like with cheating, there's a difference.
There's a difference between an accident and a mistake.
Right. There's a difference. Like, hey, I fell short.
Accident. Keep on going. I'm sorry.
When okay, so I'll talk. I don't think I talked about this on the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so when I cheated, I've cheated a couple times,
Gotcha.
like, in my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You told me one.
And I don't feel I don't feel ashamed about it at all, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I cheated, there was a couple different reasons, right? So when we first started dating, we were in a long distance relationship. So I'm just like, I don't really know what he's doing. It was year 1, so there was no like foundation built. The second time, I was in the situation, and just like I said, this was somebody who was just like, I have some free time, we'll get together, but at the end of the day, I'm going back to my situation. So that means I'm not having these extensive conversations about your life. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, that means I'm not, we're not kissing, like, as far as, like, head and shit like that, like, no, like, yeah, it's just certain, like cuddling and being close, like, no, like, once we finish, it's done. So I feel like there's different levels, because when you start then attaching an emotional connection to it, that's when I left that situation. That's why we parted in those 4 months that we parted, because now it seems like you've built an emotional connection. That wasn't the first time he cheated before. I was able to.
Y'all need a TV show, right?
But it's real life.
Yeah.
People cheat. I've seen married people cheat. Like, people cheat. And sometimes people want to act like they don't, which blows my mind. It happens. We're young, we're growing, we're exploring, But so there's been situations where he's cheated, like, before, and me knowing, like, this is nothing emotional attached to it. So I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna be mad for like 2 or 3 days. I'm getting over it.
Wild.
But when he had the emotional connection, then I had to remove myself.
Gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So when I'm talking to somebody, tiny back, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that little rant. But when I'm talking to somebody, that's the question I do ask. Not like, are you dropping these hoes by nightfall? It's more so of, do you feel emotionally connected to these people? And if you do, I don't understand how you can have all of these emotional connections with me, with this person, with this person, with this person, with this person.
It's possible. It is possible. It's definitely possible. Like, so, are you an only child?
No.
Not only child. Okay. You feel like your parents loved you? You brothers, sisters?
Sister, one sister.
Okay. You feel like, who's older?
Me.
When your parents had your sister, do you feel like they had to love you less to have love for your sister?
Not necessarily.
That's crazy.
No.
Okay. Do you feel like this feeling of love is exclusive to your parents, or another human being could feel that same experience?
As far as, like, there's different levels, I feel like, of unconditional love. So that's
a different topic. That's a different topic in its own. I'm asking,
okay,
like how you can understand that your parents felt love for you and then had love for another person,
but that's not
let me finish. Without lessening their love for you, I'm asking you, can you see another human being having that same experience of what we just expressed?
I personally cannot see.
So your parents are different than the rest of humanity.
Wait, actually, I'm lying. Possibly, because just as I always think about, like, me coming out of my relationship and then me getting into a different situation, right? So I always say, like, I'm always gonna have mad love for, like, my ex. I know that we're not meant to be together, maybe not right now, or maybe just not ever, right? I know that. I've accepted that. However, that's still my family. Like, I grew up with this person, up into womanhood. I feel like he knew me when I was, like, wild and reckless to, like, now more poised and, like, just know who I am. You know what I'm saying? He's watched that evolution. That's family, So I will always have love for that person. Now, if somebody else comes into my space, however, I love them, and I'm sure I will grow to love them unconditionally, but I don't know, it's still a different type of love to me. Like, I don't know.
So you as a woman,
Yeah.
But as a man, loving more than one woman, I don't feel like your experience of love as a woman can correlate to a man, like to that man's experience. And we I feel like if your parents can feel love for you and feel for your sister, I can feel love for you and feel love for your sister. And she could feel love for me and feel love for somebody else, just like how you're saying you can feel love for your ex and feel love for the new guy. Whether it's uncomfortable to accept in the dynamic of a relationship is a whole nother topic.
You like that ticket?
But is it possible for a person to love this person and love this person? I feel like very much so. Are these two people willing to accept that and continue a relationship? Okay, well that's another topic.
Okay, but a lot of times people don't give people that option to say, I will accept that. Like, okay, that's cool. You love me, you love her. Cool.
Because we know the outcome already.
Okay, but see, that's you guys being selfish now. Because if you know the outcome and you know that I'm not going to accept it, you're not giving me the opportunity to make that decision. So that's now a dude being selfish with my feelings. So when stuff blows up and it's just like, dang, it was something different this whole time, you can't get mad at me for being upset when you never were honest just about the entirety of the situation. So you kept it in because you had your own selfish reasons of wanting your cake and eating it too.
So, but does it really even help his case telling you the truth? Or
Absolutely.
does it just delay the breakup?
Absolutely.
So you saying that you feel like a man has a chance to keep the woman he's with and a new woman if he's just honest?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
it don't matter if he tells the truth. Regardless,
Okay.
you're like, well, fuck you then, nigga. Well,
Okay.
That's what it is.
But value my emotions enough, especially if you fuck with me, value my emotions enough to say, damn, if that's not for you, I accept that maybe this whatever will not work. I respect you enough to not put you through that if you don't want to be subjected to that.
Hey, I'm not one of those people who hide it, so I can't answer
but
why. I can't tell you why a man wouldn't be comfortable. Well, actually, I can.
Yeah, you can, because you are in fear of them not accepting the situation. But with you in that fear, it just comes back to selfishness. And like now, so with that selfishness, you weren't completely honest. Now some shit unravels, and now that person is looking at you like, damn, were you honest this whole time? Like, dang, did I really know you? Because you weren't honest from the beginning. So now I'm thinking of every possible situation that we've had, any type of encounter.
Was it real?
Was it genuine? Was it real?
Okay. But honesty won't help his case at all. What you saying? Honesty is not gonna help his case with his woman staying. It's only
might help one woman to stay. I mean, maybe not both. Like, it might help her with one. He might have to find another one to replace that one. I don't know. But I just feel like I don't know. Now I'm just like, I feel like I am going to try. I'm working through it, trying to be more honest with when I come into a situation like, hey, this is what I'm looking for, and that's not what you're looking for, then it's okay.
So are you going into that, having that conversation like first week or so or whatever? Heck yeah. Hey. Are you but while you're saying, are you talking to multiple people? Are you saying this to all the guys that you're talking to, or are you you're dating one? Like I said, some people date one at a time, so it's like a little easier.
Yeah, I definitely feel like now I'm more so of the dating one at a time. Like, I'll maybe entertain some people here and there, but it's just like I really don't like. It just takes a lot to like pour into just so many different people, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be 2, whether it be 3, like I feel like if I vibe with somebody, and which is very hard for me to do, I feel like
really to vibe, like you're such like a dope person,
to like somebody, like somebody where my guards are down, like that takes some time. So if I find that person where I vibe with you, like, and this is like, oh, like I like this, then I'm literally just like fucking with you at that time. And that's where I feel like I dig myself into a ditch.
You need to communicate that. This is how I feel now. Yeah, so that's what I'm learning. Is like I tell, like I said, I tell I'm talking to multiple people. And I tell them like the stages of us going to talk if you're trying to get to level 10, which is boyfriend.
Right. Yeah.
So I say, hey, I'm talking to multiple people. You're in a pre-qualifying stage right now. I'm gonna see if I kind of fuck with you or whatever, like that. And then I say, I pick Tune or whatever, like that. But he's not my boyfriend yet. We're now talking exclusively. So cut off all your hoes, but we're still trying to get, like, do you get to the boyfriend? Like, now we're doing it exclusive. And these are all conversations. I can't just expect Tune to, like, cut off all his hoes. Yeah. Or stuff like that. Because he has many.
Yeah. Oh, don't do that.
Dang.
Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
So I tell them, hey, I'm talking to a lot of people right now. Then I say, hey, I fuck with this person. Let's talk exclusively. And then after that, I was like, damn, we're doing really good. Let's, take it to that level. Now you're my boyfriend. I think that's how it should go. But I feel like I'm really... It hasn't went past I'm talking to middle people, because guys are like, oh my god, that's so real, you told me you're talking to middle people.
Yeah, because then they get the pass.
A week later, like, they think it's a competition, or who you texting, all this like that. Just make sure you're that nigga, right? Like, worry about yourself and make sure you pass to the next level. But it's always like, thank you for telling me this, and then it's a week later, it's like, cut off all your niggas. Like, how can you really care about me? I'm over exaggerating, maybe like a month or whatever. Really? And I feel like it takes a little more than a month to, like, make sure. Yeah.
See me.
So guys will be like, oh my god, you're so, thank you. And then, like, yeah, you say that now.
I don't know. I'm the complete opposite, because it's very hard for me, like, vibe with somebody for real. And like really, really, truly like somebody. So when that happens, it's just like, I don't know, I get a little crazy.
I feel you. I mean, I haven't always been like this open about like communication and stuff like that, but it's a lot better. Like, my toxic trait is just kind of communicating that I even like a person. Yeah. Like, saying I miss you to someone
is a lot.
Sounds so gross. Yeah. So disgusting to me. I'm learning to like communicate these things. I think it'll work. Hopefully work. Another thing I'm doing is, this is something that's new, is I'm trying to take sex out of the equation until you at least get to the exclusive level.
Why?
Because I find it's very, so like, say you're vibing with multiple people or whatever, you're still in the pre-qualifying stage. So I'm trying to see, do our values match and all that stuff. But I introduce sex early on. We enjoy our sex and stuff. Now my mind is clouded. There are all these red flags that I should have saw. Or say I do see all these red flags. I'm like, okay, it's time to end it. Our sex was so good. It's kind of, now it's hard to like break that. Now I just want to have sex with you. It's like, no, do I kind of like, but do I like you? This is not, no, we just have good sex.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's very hard to break out of that type of situation when you have good sex. We know we're not good for each other, but hey, we have great sex. Shit, might want to ride this roller coaster a little longer. But I think it's a waste of time.
I don't know. I feel like it's sex and emotions. Like, it's sex and emotions. I don't know. Yeah, definitely. I agree with you as far as like taking sex out of the equation in the beginning. Because
I say that, but it's hard.
It's tough. But it's very much so necessary, because with removing sex, you then allow yourself to get to know the intentions of that person and what they're truly seeking, so that you don't set yourself up for failure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like sometimes when you lead with sex and then you pack on the emotional connection and the good times and all the times we laugh and all the times we vibe and we have a great time together, you pack on all of that on top of the sex, then it's just like, I really like, I think I love this person for real. And it's not that, like, it's the sex that clouded it, but on top of everything else that you're feeling. So if you could just feel without sex, then you can truly figure out who a person is, what their motivations are, and like what their true intentions are for you, I feel like.
But what if you had all this and then you just find out, like, sex trash, dick horrible. How
See, that's the other side of it.
that's
You invested all that time.
Listen, has that ever happened?
No, I'm not gonna lie. I might jump the gun a lot with sex.
Yeah.
So, and usually, like I haven't waited, you know, and then
Yeah.
like, damn, this is a great person, then trash sex. I've found out firsthand, like
Yeah.
first quarter, trash sex.
One time I did. So I was talking to one of my tutors that I had, right?
Oh,
To get through
who's,
math.
who's tutoring you?
Yeah. So I just liked who they were. Like we just had a good time, and the day came where it's just like we're gonna go all the way. And we did. And I didn't realize that I took his virginity.
Oh fuck! I thought you were gonna say the dick. Oh my god!
So it was horrible because it was his first time.
I was not expecting that.